5 harsh realities of life every elderly person should understand, and what to do about them. Once you pass the age of 80, life enters an entirely different stage. The fast-paced rhythms of youth fade away, as do grand dreams and long-term plans. Instead, life becomes quieter, marked by slow-moving days and deeper reflections. And in this very stage, many elderly individuals begin to realize some of the harsh truths of life, truths that can deeply impact mental health, physical well-being, and overall quality of life if not met with preparation and a proper mindset. Understanding and accepting these realities not only helps the elderly live more peacefully, but also fosters a proactive spirit in preserving health, maintaining joy, and seeking peace in their final years. This article will analyze each reality in depth and offer suggestions to help seniors live serenely, healthily, and meaningfully. The body is no longer the same. Decline is inevitable. One of the hardest things to accept in old age is the irreversible change in physical condition. Mobility decreases, vision and hearing deteriorate, and chronic illnesses such as hypertension, diabetes, osteoporosis, and heart disease become more pronounced. Even simple tasks like getting out of bed, walking around the house, or climbing a few stairs can become challenging. At this point, the goal is not to deny or feel sad about it, but to learn to live in harmony with a changing body. Accept that agility has lessened and adjust the pace of life accordingly. A healthier diet is crucial, prioritizing easily digestible and nutrient-rich foods. Gentle daily exercise, such as walking, tai chi, or senior-friendly yoga, can improve flexibility, keep joints moving, and support mental clarity. Equally important is scheduling regular health checkups. Early detection of illnesses makes treatment easier and helps avoid dangerous complications. Don't hesitate to use assistive devices like canes, glasses, or hearing aids. These are not signs of weakness. They are tools that help you maintain independence and confidence. Loneliness and feeling abandoned can quietly take over the mind. As we age, our social circle naturally shrinks. Friends pass away. Children and grandchildren become occupied with their own lives, and moments of gathering grow fewer. A sense of loneliness and isolation quietly creeps in. The silence in a quiet home can sometimes feel more haunting than physical pain. What matters now is maintaining an open and proactive mindset. Instead of waiting for someone to visit, take the initiative, call, text, or ask loved ones to arrange a visit. Join senior clubs, book clubs, art or cooking classes, or community activities. These not only fill your time, but also nurture essential human connections to combat isolation. Additionally, adopting a pet like a dog or cat can bring a sense of companionship and affection. A small, loyal animal can become a silent confidant, helping ease the lonely moments. Finances are no longer abundant. It's time to live simply. After a lifetime of working, many seniors retire with limited income. Without the ability to earn money as before, budgeting becomes a challenge. Living expenses, medication, hospital bills, and healthcare costs continue to rise with age, while pensions or savings often aren't enough to cover everything. This is the time to embrace simplicity and restraint. There's no longer a need for luxury items, extravagant trips, or lavish parties. Peace can be found in a modest meal, a small garden, a good book, or just a quiet afternoon basking in the sunlight. Smart financial management is a crucial skill in old age. Plan your spending wisely and set aside emergency funds for unexpected medical needs. If it becomes difficult, consider seeking help from financial advisory services or applying for social assistance if eligible. Never feel ashamed to ask for help. It's not a burden, but a rightful support for the elderly. Loss is unavoidable. Learn to let go for inner peace. Old age is a time of witnessing the most losses in a person's life. Losing a spouse, loved ones, health, or things that once held deep emotional meaning. These losses can bring profound grief, lingering sorrow, or even depression if not processed properly. This is when acceptance and letting go become vital. Everyone has their own journey, and someone's departure doesn't mean everything ends. Cherish the good memories, honor the past, but don't drown in sorrow. If negative emotions persist, don't hesitate to seek help from psychologists or emotional support groups. Practices like meditation, journaling, prayer, or simply walking in nature can help clear the mind. Let the past remain in the past, and focus your gaze on what lies ahead. Life can still be beautiful if you appreciate each remaining moment. The meaning of life changes. Rediscover your sense of purpose. Another overlooked reality in old age is the sense of losing direction when previous social roles fade. In younger years, people hold various identities: parent, worker, leader. But after retirement and children growing up, the elderly may feel they are no longer useful or even forgotten. What's needed is not an attempt to relive the past, but to create new meaning in the present. Self-worth doesn't lie in income or status, but in wisdom, compassion, and the ability to inspire future generations. Seniors can share life experiences, pass down knowledge, help grandchildren learn, engage in community work, or simply exist as a symbol of calm strength. Also remember, slowing down and enjoying the simple things: morning sunshine, a nostalgic melody, birds chirping in the yard, is itself a meaningful way to live. There's no need to accomplish anything grand. Letting each day pass with peace and contentment is already a success. When the fear of death becomes a constant presence in the mind, at the age of 80, one of the inescapable realities is the clear presence of death. It's no longer a distant concept like it was in youth. Each time an elderly person witnesses the passing of a friend or acquaintance, they are once again faced with their own fear. It might be fear of the end, fear of physical pain, or simply the feeling of not being ready to leave this world. However, instead of viewing death as an enemy, learning to see it as a natural part of life can bring peace to the soul. In Eastern cultures, many believe that death is not the end but a transition to a new journey. Taking time to reflect on this positively can help one face it more calmly. One way to start is by organizing important matters such as wills, letters, family photos, memory books, or messages for loved ones. These actions not only bring personal peace, but also show love and care for those who remain. Additionally, for those with religious beliefs, regular prayer, chanting, reading scriptures, or meditation can bring comfort and a sense of guidance from a higher power. For those without religious beliefs, turning to art, poetry, or nature for inner peace can have a similar effect. The world is changing too fast, and the feeling of being left behind is real. Another reality that unsettles many seniors is the rapid pace of change in the world. Technology is advancing, lifestyles are shifting. Communication among younger generations now happens through social media, smartphone apps, and unfamiliar concepts like artificial intelligence, blockchain, or electric vehicles. The feeling of being left behind is very real. Some feel they no longer belong in today's world. Others feel sad because they can no longer converse with their grandchildren simply because they don't understand what's being said. At this point, the goal is not to understand everything but to maintain an open and confident mindset. You don't need to become a tech expert, but learning how to make a video call, send a message, look up health information, or contact emergency services via smartphone can be very helpful. If unsure, asking a grandchild for help in a lighthearted way can also strengthen generational bonds. Proactively engaging with new things not only helps older adults stay informed, but also gives them a sense that they still belong in this era, not left behind. Relationships with children and grandchildren have changed, and it's important to respect differences. After a lifetime of raising children, many elderly parents enter old age expecting their kids to stay close, be attentive, care for them, and share frequently. But the reality is, every generation has its own way of living and expressing love. Many parents feel hurt when their children are too busy, talk less, or no longer consult them on important decisions. Differences in life perspectives, parenting styles, and daily habits can cause tension between elderly parents and their adult children. If not handled delicately, these differences may lead to misunderstandings. Older adults need to understand that love does not have to be expressed in the same way they once did. Children and grandchildren may not say much, but they might show love through small actions, sending food, booking medical appointments, or spending holidays together. This is the time to let go of control and instead respect personal boundaries. Don't force your children to live according to your expectations. Let them make their own life choices. Living independently, staying healthy, and not becoming a burden is the greatest gift elders can give their families. Memories are fading. Learn to live in the present. As memory declines, old memories can become muddled. Names get confused, dates are forgotten, or important milestones become unclear. This can be disorienting and may make older adults feel like they're losing themselves. But instead of resisting it, try slowing down and focusing on the present. Each passing day is a gift. Pay attention to the flavors of a meal, the sunlight in the yard, the morning bird songs, or the soothing feeling of a warm foot soak in the evening. Writing down daily tasks, using calendars, or simple reminder apps can help seniors stay organized. If possible, journaling daily not only aids memory but also allows emotional expression and helps the mind relax. Don't blame yourself for forgetting. It's entirely natural. What matters more is maintaining flexibility of spirit, staying joyful, and appreciating each day of life. Cultivating gratitude, the key to overcoming harsh realities. Despite all the hardships, challenges, and losses that aging brings, there's one thing that can help the elderly rise above it all: gratitude. When people learn to appreciate the small things, those around them, and themselves, they will find a peace that no material wealth can provide. A warm meal, a child's laughter, a quiet morning in the garden, or an old familiar song. These can all bring joy if we pause to feel them. Gratitude also helps seniors live more positively and spread uplifting energy to those around them. Their children and grandchildren will learn from that spirit of optimism and humanity, and grow closer to their elders in return. Life after 80 is not merely an extension of time, but a journey that demands understanding, resilience, and adaptability. Acknowledging harsh realities does not mean surrendering to them. It is the first step toward mastering life in a wiser way. Take care of your body with love. Protect your spirit through connection. Manage your finances with reason. Accept loss with forgiveness. And redefine the meaning of life through inner growth. By doing so, the elderly will not only live longer, but live beautifully. Even as most of life's journey has already passed,